So, hey, this is the Positive Chat. My name is Reggie Kimball, and you know what we're doing. Join us as we explore the world of premium cigars and whiskey with the people who make it possible. And today, I got my brother right here, Mr. Oscar, Dr. Oscar.
The Positive Chat. My name is Reggie Kimball. Join us as we explore the world of premium cigars and whiskey with the people who make it possible. And please check out the Loyal to Ash cigar subscription service. We feature 4 to 5 premium cigars each month and will always include at least one minority or female-owned brand. Check out loyaltoash.com and use code POSITIVECHAT for a special discount.
Great to see you, my man. Damn, man, it's been a long time.
Welcome to the Positive Chat Studio, man. This is our very first studio. You're on the second episode we've ever filmed here. What you think, man? Be honest. What you think?
For a studio version, I think it's amazing, man. The place is awesome. It's super clean, beautiful, great colors. I love it. Very formal, nice chairs. This table.
This is my circle of truth.
The circle of truth, right?
We've had some serious conversations around this circle. Me and some of the guys.
Yes, sir.
Relationships have been ruined.
Oh.
Relationships have been made around this damn circle. Both have happened around the circle of truth, man.
So it's an honor for me to be here. I only drove 14 hours to get here because this to me is super important, and I love talking Big Reg.
Hey, man, you're one of my favorite people in the industry, man.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. Might be the favorite.
Nah.
One of the best episodes I feel like we ever put together here on the Positive Chat was when you and me and Stickman Simp all sat down and chopped it up at the patio, man. It's been a while. Can you believe it's been 2 years since we did that?
You know what? It's hard to believe because we still look damn good.
We look the same. I think we look better.
We don't age.
I think we look better. We're vampires.
Let's drink to that.
Salute. We are sipping on a little Buffalo Trace bourbon today, y'all. And another reason why Dr. Oscar came down to hang out with her brother, because I told him, I said, man, I want to talk about the new cigar you have, the 33 Oaks. And we're going to get into the 33 Oaks in just a minute. So we're not going to jump right. I want to talk a little bit about you because it's been a while. I want to catch up, man.
Oof.
I want to catch up with you. So what's been up the last couple of years, man? A lot has happened since we last got together.
That's true. Yeah, I've been running crazy. I've been opening up more, new accounts worldwide. Poland, Lebanon, Turkey.
Wait, so you've been traveling the world?
The world. I fly out and I come right back in. Thank God I live by the heart of the world, Atlanta, because it's the gate. I literally live 20 minutes away. I just drive. I get in, grab a flight, fly Dubai, Qatar.
Wait, hold
Canada.
on. When you gonna take a brother with you?
Oh man, go gotta do his ass, man.
First of all, I was supposed to go down to the DR with you a long time ago, but then COVID kind of messed us up. We didn't want to go down there.
True.
Next time you go to DR, you gotta let me know because I want to come and bring the cameras to your factories.
For sure, definitely. And we actually built in the last year. I needed to expand. The demand is high, we're selling less tobacco to other people and other farmers and other manufacturers. I'm actually increasing. I had to ramp up the production because we're getting a lot more hits going worldwide. We even Africa, amazing.
Wait, you in Africa?
We got
what part of Africa?
South Africa, Zimbabwe. I'll be damned. I don't know the name of all these places, but there's like.
Are you in Ghana by any chance?
Ghana is next on the.
Because I've been hearing just phenomenal things about Ghana. It's on my bucket list of places to go in the near future.
It is. It's definitely up and coming, and I think that we have a distributor there that picks up for that country. So it's just been booming, and then so I had to open up a second factory. So this factory is more geared to. The production of the ultra premium Gto'S, the Don, the Don Emilio, the 33 Oaks, the La Cura, and the Coronas that my grandfather is the author of those amazing cigars.
Yeah, your grandfather. You told us stories about your grandfather, man.
Indeed.
He's an incredible man. He was a busy man.
He was a busy man. He kicked him out. He was definitely in the.
Because you got a lot of cousins.
Oh yeah, he was good in the production business.
That's what's up, man. And the last time you were on the Positive Chat, man, you were dropping some dimes, bro. We talked about the cigar lounge world.
Yes.
We talked about, the explosion of cigars, right? How all these lounges are here now. We talked about the good and bad around boutique cigars. We talked about, paying your dues in the industry and knowing, the industry a little bit. Has anything changed since the last time we talked about all that stuff? In 2 years, have we progressed?
I think
About the same. What was it looking like out there?
I'm thinking that the guys that stuck to the plan, they stuck to the original game plan. If you didn't turn your business into a fad, you're still here, and you're still
true about
if you were true to it and you didn't blow it up and let it evolve and turn into a crazy loud place, you're more than likely somewhere rising and falling. But I don't know, because like for us, for us guys that are legitimate smokers, we like a little balance. There could be something in the background.
Every now and then we might want to get a little hype.
One night, throw in, but announce it so that the regular types can get the hell on out, and then you could let in the crazy dudes. But a lot of people have actually, I would say, 40% have already closed or on their way.
Are you serious?
Yes, a lot.
Well, I did hear when I was exiting Atlanta, I did hear some people say that some of the lounges that have been popular the last couple of years, they haven't closed yet, but I've been hearing that their business isn't what it used to be.
For sure.
So you're probably seeing, and you could track it because you know what people are ordering.
Exactly. No, I definitely have seen some of the demise, and changing it up. I try to tell people stay true to what you nurtured. Like what you got, don't change it that much, man. The stick with the guys that helped you open up. Remember that, because I don't forget. Like so stick to your core lines. Don't worry about if you ain't got the one everybody's screaming about. More than likely, it's not that great at all. It's just a couple of namesayers. These Yahoo dudes that they talk it up. They're getting paid to yak about it. So don't worry about not having it if somebody really got to have it, let them go get it where it's at. You stick to your program. Keep moving what you're moving at a steady pace. The stuff you know and understand, because it's not about having everything. If somebody wants a certain type of cigar, as a good curator, as a tobacconist, you should be able to actually point them in another direction. Say,
that's right.
If you like this, I have something that's similar or even better, or something you haven't tried. Because
that's right.
In any case, you should be trying everything. Anytime something is different, if a tobacconist that's a professional that's certified in that field tells you that there's something that's close to it, and if you went into his business, you trusting him, you should listen to him, give it a shot, smoke it. If it wasn't for you, that's fine. Don't take a picture of it. Take a picture of the ones that you liked.
That's right.
So I start with a picture, I would say, and smoke it if it wasn't to your palate, because it's never a bad cigar. I hate when people say that, because you can't go around, oh, that sucked. If you say that, then to me, you're not a pro. So I immediately discard anything you have to say, and the persona is definitely, hey, you're not in the game, because this is a gentleman's game. We respect everybody.
That's right.
But
you got to take the time to respect the craft.
Exactly.
Respect the lifestyle.
Exactly.
Respect the lifestyle. Because this is not just something we do happenstance.
Right.
This is a lifestyle for us.
Exactly.
We live this.
This is the way it is. Man, I could literally tell you, if I'm not seeing a patient and helping and treating somebody, I am literally still thinking of the next blend, the next tobacco leaf, the last smoke. I'm back and forth. This is like almost 70% of my mind all the time, and people, and just looking for the look in the face of the people that when they smoke it, they're like, they're like happy. You can see that they're saying yes. Wow, what a beautiful smoke, and that they're happy that they chose a GTO and saved some money.
That's what I love about your sticks, man. Is that you got incredible quality, but you don't kill people with the prices.
For sure.
You keep it respectable. You keep it so that at least I consider myself an average Joe. You can see I can afford it.
For sure.
I'm not trying to break the bank on cigars.
That's
person.
Yes.
And so you mentioned something. You always thinking about sticks, man. The 33 Oaks.
Definitely.
How long? I'm just gonna put a little tease out there because I don't want to go all the way into it yet. But just how long was this in the back of your mind? Because I'm loving what I'm getting right now from this.
Oh my goodness. This is, it's a cigar that this one is 20% in the subconscious, just back there. Because you have to imagine that this for producers, for guys that actually blend and do the work. Here's a cigar that 14 years ago I was already imagining it. At the same time that I was
look at that ash.
Producing other things, so other things are moving, but this one's still in the back of my mind because I knew that this plateau, which was at a really high level, if in my country, we don't have a lot of mountains. Okay, Haiti has mountains. Okay, so if you look at if you ever get to see a topographical look of the island, you'll see that Dominican is low. We probably have one mountain range that hits 6,000, and we're nestled in a valley between 2,000 and 3,000 feet above sea level mountains. But compared to Haiti, these are hills, but they're tall. You know, so we're in that little valley, and we're in the north. So if we're in the top part, all the hurricanes, all those bad winds will fly over us. You know, so it's like having a rear spoiler.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so we've been blessed that God helped my great grandfather when he bought that land, and but that
because you get hit with the hurricanes, but they don't do the damage. No, like Haiti, unfortunately, just gets they get it so bad every time. I feel so horrible
because they're a coastal community all the way around the island, because their mountains go up to 11,000 feet above sea level. It's crazy. It looks like spikes. You know, and these people live around it, so the air comes up. And then this goes up from the north. It does the same thing. From the south, it's just super hard, and they have no trees, man.
Nothing to shield them or block
nothing. They lost all their pine trees, maybe to charcoal, to being able to eat. So that's a place that I like to work in too. So I'm always doing some kind of endeavor, trying to get them to reforest, because that's the key.
Reforestation.
That's
beautiful. So in the last couple of years, did anything that in the industry that you've seen in just terms of all these boutique brands that are being out there that kind of influence what you did with the 33 Oaks? Do you think about that? Is these kind of, I'm doing what I want to do, or is it something that in the industry that speaks to you that makes you want to go with a certain blend?
No, actually, the blends are in my mind.
This is all you.
Yeah, a lot of guys, I guess, I don't know why. I don't measure myself up against anybody. Like I think
you are an original.
Thank you.
You are in a good way. That's a good thing.
Thank you. I think I'm original, and I'm very creative. I like to do my own thing. I really don't ask people. I'll never have to worry about asking somebody, do you think this is a good idea? Because I don't ask people for that.
No.
Because I've studied enough. I actually go and read myself. And if you're educated, and even if not, I'd rather take the fall. And it'll be my own personal failure on which I will build. Change the effects or whatever climate, whatever messed me up, I'll fix it and I'll get better, and I just keep on coming. So you know, a lot of cats are telling me now today, they're like, "Yo, man, the old stuff, I'm loving it." And I said, "Well, when it first came out, you didn't like it, you know. So what's happened? Did I evolve or did you evolve? You know that?
Yeah, which one is it?
Yeah, it blows my mind, because like a lot of those sticks that I first put out, some people were past medium. They wanted to get the kick. They only believe.
They wanted smoking for a while. Their palate has evolved.
Yeah, so they want to go ahead and just smoke hard. And I was like, "You're gonna blow your palate, man. The day you can't taste any longer, it'll be too late." So I guess me professing, think about it. If it's harsh, don't finish it. If you're definitely noticing that it's increasing your heart rate and you are perspiring, that's really not.
You're not doing something wrong, right?
It's backwards. It's not really doing what it's supposed to do for you. So slow down. Remember, moderation, and come back. Enjoy the good mediums. The classics are always great. You know, it's sad. Not sad. This is a beautiful testament to time. A lot of the stuff I have are traditional cigars that my grandfather released in 1938, 42. And 47.
So smoking these are like going into a time machine.
For sure.
We're traveling.
And so we're smoking almost 80, 90 years later. We're right back at the beginning. We already knew what was good. You know, it was already good. So don't be afraid. And hey, just smoke what you like. But you do need to know what's good.
That's right.
And then from then on, you could do whatever. But I always tell people, smoke the highest quality you can, that you can afford. That's something we work feverishly to deliver. Because when we grow, we select the best tobaccos for our production. We age all of our tobaccos. Right now, we're working on a minimum of 8 years. A minimum of 8 years.
8 years age?
On any one of my sticks. And from then on, 10, 12 on what we're smoking today. These came from what we were talking about was... This was an idea that when I went to survey the farm when I took over the company, this was 14 years ago. I did a couple of flybys. I needed to understand the topography of the whole, or the lay of the land, as some would say. And I looked and I said, well, what are we doing with this top plateau? We got about 50 acres right at about 2,000 feet above sea level. And I was like, what happens here? And then my cousin would say, well, we grow a type of crab apple, a type of orchids, and another type of vegetation, and cocoa and coffee. And I said, why are we wasting this beautiful flat on this stuff which grows on a grade? And we've got plenty of grade. There's at least another 100 acres on the walls. You just keep doing the cocoa, keep doing the coffee, scratch the orchids, and forget about the cran apples, because I actually tried to do a cran apple like pie, and it tasted like shit. So I was like, we don't need to grow this, but I don't like it. Let's get it out. And then I told them, hey, bring up those 6, because we only grow 6 types of tobacco in the field. This area down here where we all grow, pretty much all the growers grow between 600 and 900 feet above sea level. That's about the norm. So all the tobaccos will taste similar. So I said, let's do the same seed up there, because that soil up there was, when we landed on it, I tasted it, and it was definitely a different type of saltiness. The manganese content tasted different, and I could definitely pick up on a different nitrogen ratio. So I was like, this is different. Totally. I took some samples with me, so I can have it analyzed over here at the university in Auburn, because I got some friends.
So you have your soil analyzed.
Of course, yes, we definitely. After every 2 harvests, we always check the soil for mineral content. We want to make sure we reestablish that as fast as we can to get it ready for the growing season again. We do have a lot of acreage, but not all acreage is working, producing the tobacco, because some areas are being, they're under the part where we're growing different types of stuff like this. So I'll tell you one I could tell you, we grow corn. So once we finish, we come back with a whole bunch of nice corn, and we don't even get to eat it. It's lush. Because the corn, you told us in the last show that the corn definitely is involved as part of your process. Yeah, we till it right back into the ground. So if we're working about 50 acres in different parts after the second harvest, we're already doing corn on this one. So if you come by, you'll see corn in some areas. You'll see some other vegetation growing, and that's just the stuff we're using to till right back into the ground to recompose the soil. But this tobacco here, let me tell you, when it hit 10 years of aging, I already knew in the second year that I had something different. But I could tell people about it, but people just didn't, they weren't.
Boy, they got to be you to understand.
True.
They got to be you.
So I was like,
this is 12 years, right?
Definitely. It's 10 years.
Okay, 10 years.
It's 10 years. And then I had the blend in mind more so between the 5th and the 6th year. So I put it all together. So I was already smoking the cigar on and off. My favorite day to smoke new stuff is on Sundays. That's because when I walk out of Grady in the morning, my favorite thing to do every Sunday morning.
The surgical tobacconist, y'all. Just in case you didn't remember, this brother is a surgeon as well.
Yes.
So Dr. Oscar. Anyway, keep going, bro. Keep going.
Yeah, and it's one of the little things I do. But I'll grab 2 sticks and I'll go walk the belt line. I get off, I take a ride to Krog Street, and then I just start walking the belt, and I'll smoke my cigar. And I'm taking in the trees, the people. I greet a lot of people. I just look, because I'm very interactive. I love to see if somebody's playing music, I'm going to stop and listen to it.
Everybody knows you, by the way, right?
Yeah, a lot of people.
I haven't been anywhere when I say, hey, Oscar from GTO? Do I know Oscar from GTO? You know everybody, bro.
For sure. I love people. I love people. So I'm going to interact with everybody. I greet everybody, and I listen to the guys playing music. And sometimes I'll have extra cigars and I'll give them one. And people that ask me if my pockets are lined, they're free reign if you ask. But I walk all the way down to Ponds, grab a beer,
there you go,
and then I walk back. But this day in particular, I was like, man, this blend is hitting me, but there's something that it needs, And I kept on asking myself, what is missing, Because I've got let's say the relationship. I've got peanut butter and jelly, but I want something else, like a banana.
Yeah, I'm about to say some bananas in there.
Yeah, something different. I said, what can I put in this to just totally take me to the next level? Yeah. And it was weird, and I prayed about it. Cause I am one praying dude. Okay,
yes,
I won't say fool because I believe in God.
I recall that.
But and I prayed about it. and the weirdest thing, by the time I was heading back to Krog, I sat down for a minute to tie my shoe. And I got, as I was smoking, I got hit by a bunch of leaves. And I'm like, wow, what the hell is this stuff? I was like, this is weird. So I collected the leaves and I looked at them and I said, oh, well, one, this is an oak leaf, but the other four, I didn't recognize it. And this guy tells me, you need to go back to the end of this walk and see the exhibit. There are 33 different types of oak in Georgia. I said, get the hell out of here. So I went all the way back down and I looked at it. And according to that reference there, and there are 33 different types of oak.
Yeah.
So I said, this is hitting on me. I like that name. And I said, and at 33, I said, man, 33 years of, when I retired from the Air Force, 33 years of working medicine so far. And I am retiring in December, so the 33 is significant there.
What?
My grandfather was a Shriner. He was a 33. So I said, you know what? It's going to be 33. And this oak, I'm going to find a way to stick it in this damn cigar. So I said, if I burn some of the leaves as I was smoking, I was just taking in the oleifera, and I was like, oh my God, it's beautiful. So how do I stick this oak in here? And I was like, man, I got to get some oak barrels. It just, so I said, this is what I'm going to do. So I went to a very popular bourbon distiller, and I said, hey, can I buy those barrels? And he goes, well, we get rid of them all the time. We could only use them one time. But we have to take them apart. So I was like, okay, well, that's not no problem. He goes, how many do you need? I said, I think I'm going to need almost 150 of those. He's like, 150? I said, yeah, well, we got you. I got all.
Bought 150 barrels.
Oh yeah, barrels. In staves, and then I shipped them to the island. We put them back together again, and then there we put the 10-year blend in the barrels.
Wow. So they could get infused naturally.
Yes. So then we move the barrels to different levels. So they move up 4 feet in the curing barns every 4 weeks. We move them. So they can capture different temperatures. Mm-hmm. And then once we finished, so I did 2 and 3 years. I noticed that the 3-year wasn't any different than the 2. So I stopped worrying about the extra year because it had enough oak in it that I felt that. So when you smoke this, you will taste. There'll be some nice sweetness that comes.
But it's so subtle though.
Yeah,
it's so subtle.
Yeah, and that little bit of oak will come through. More so like in the center of the tongue, on the upper part of the palate, that you should be able to pick up on that. But this tobacco, this little cigar is, and I'm
loving this stick, man. I'm not gonna lie,
for sure. And the way I put it's a good full body. I put the core inside in a way that the strength doesn't hit you like off the bat. So it lingers in the draw. So it's very well what I call enveloped. So if you like strength, it's here. Flavors, there's at least 5 that come through immediately. So as you're smoking,
what should people get with this?
On this one, there's a lot of notes. On the Corojo, you can still pick up a lot of this. There's a hickory. You get that sweetness. You pick up some notes of caramel.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely getting the caramel
for sure. And then you pick up the oak. There should be a nice spice note that just delivers. It doesn't burn the lips, but it's subtle. And then you got that nice core. The core of the strength just constantly hitting the back of your palate. Mm. It's almost seductive in many ways to me.
I like that.
I like it.
And this is the Figurato? This is a
Figurato.
This is a Figurato Atlanta Reserve.
Yes. So because I discovered the blend in my second time, because I'm a Tri-City guy. I own a home in Tampa. I own a home in Atlanta, and I have another home in Alabama. So I feel like I'm a part of all these 3 states, and I frequent all 3. Yes. But I wanted to give that area because that's where I truly discovered the blend. So I made the Figurado precisely just for the Atlanta market. But you want to laugh? I've sold more of this in New York, Texas, Arkansas,
well, that's because Atlanta's, the other places see Atlanta is very cool. You put Atlanta in the name, that's intriguing enough, right?
Definitely.
And then you bring the quality that you bring.
And I'll show you guys the box.
And this box is ridiculous, man.
So we got this beautiful box.
It's ridiculous.
We put an oak leaf there in the center. And then on the inside, we put the Atlanta skyline. the famous oak tree that I got the leaf from.
The inspiration behind it. Yep.
Yeah, and then the inside it says 2. I've had some people tell me, yeah, I smoked that 2 year, and I'm like, no, it's not 2 year. It's a total of 10 plus 2.
10 plus
Because
2.
some companies lie to you, and I don't got no business lying to nobody because that's not the way I am. I don't like lying. It's 10 years age plus 2 more in oak bourbon barrel. So, but the people that do the same thing as I will say it's a 12-year oak bourbon barrel, as if it sat for 12 years in an oak bourbon. That's no here, no that. That's not true.
And just one thing I want to go back to, well, but also kind of sticking with the aging theme, for those who don't know, because I get asked this question, like, remind people what's significant about the aging process with cigars. What does it do?
In the aging?
In the aging process. What does that mean when we say it's aged 8 years, 10 years, 12 years for the novice cigar smoker?
During the aging process, we're still moving the tobaccos in the pilon. The tobacco's always being fermenting. It's fermenting, it's moving. It constantly rotates. And every year, every time, every movement releases gases, releases more ammonia, and it just refines the flavor and the taste. The longer you do it, and I wouldn't necessarily say more than 10 is necessary, because I've done just on aging 12 and 15 year, and I honestly cannot taste the difference between 15 and 10. So if with Dominican tobacco, I would say 10 is good enough to be absolute of zero emissions of any ammonia or any impurities that come off of the fermentation process. But because remember, when you age, it's in raw leaf. It's not the cigar.
Not the cigar.
The cigar, once it's made, the deal is closed. There's no more aging. The cigar, you have it, and you're resting it. The correct term is, I had it resting for so many years in my humidor. And inappropriate if you lay it on one side. So I tell people, put bands up. And then every 6 months, put bands down.
Great advice.
Yes, because you want the gravity to pull on all eight, because the oils here, even though it's light and it's small, will still pull to the bottom. So if the cigar for 2 years sat, and then when you're smoking it, for some reason it burns less on the backside, well, that's not that's an operator error. But some people, this cigar is bad. Look, it's not. It's going one way. And don't forget the turbulence and the velocity of the air. Even though you don't see it, there's air moving in most stores and most places. So combustion is about the amount of oxygen that gets to any one side of your cigar. So if you're not rotating your cigar in your hand as you smoke, you're missing out on letting all the sides get an equal.
This brother is a scientist when it comes to smoking cigars, literally and figurative.
I'm talking too much, and I'm not smoking because he's down. Look at me.
So I'm gonna let you relight, and while you relight, I got to tell people about this. So I'm in the second third, and I only have people on the show who I really, really, really respect and feel like they do an excellent job with their product. And you are one of the best, brother. And tell me if I'm wrong. I'm going to test my palate out for a second with you. You can clown me if you have to. I can take it. I'm on the second third already. And I'll be damned if the second third, it's like the cigar settled in and became creamier. Am I right on that?
Yes. So,
okay, I'm not going crazy.
No.
Because it's like, it was great from the start. But now that I'm midway through this cigar, it actually, I don't know, it went from full to medium almost. It usually goes the other way around. Mm-hmm. How you do that? You have to kill me if you tell me, right?
It's all in the construction. Because remember, now we don't bunch. So I think a uniqueness in our factory is that we stack our tobaccos pretty much the story we want to tell as I create the blend. We stack them on the table. So if you go into my facilities, you're going to notice we have a lot of tables. We stack all of our blends in a certain way. So on some cigars, I'll tell you, there's a half a leaf of something on the front, there's a half a leaf of something on the back. But once we stack the whole blend, we're going to fold that in an accordion. So that's even more work. And this is something that was done as a new thing in the Cuban process. So it's more painstaking, it's more time taking. And even with that, I still I don't sell my stuff to big companies because I don't want you to end up paying $25 for something that is worth that. But I'd rather you only, you pay less. So I have very few middlemen, and I take on a lot of the brunt of all the work. I'm the one that visits the stores. I'm the guy who talks about the stuff. I'm the one.
You are hands-on, man.
Man, it's because
I don't see that all the time.
No, I love doing it. I don't believe in one minute. I got guys that tell me they're new companies. Oh, I got my stuff. This guy brings it to me, and they finish it here. They warehouse it over there at this guy. This guy ships it for me, and I'm like, you don't own nothing. What part of that cigar is yours? Is your company? Yeah. So you're just what?
You're white label.
Yeah. So I'm like, that takes away from everything. Yeah. So I tell people, pay attention to who is handling your hard-earned money, because I can't steal your money. If you had, and anybody, I challenge any single person that ever smoked one of my products. If one of my cigars didn't make you happy, let me know. Don't take it upon yourself to discredit me or talk bad about me, because I've already said that I have a lifetime warranty on my cigar. So call me, show me what you got. You show me the cigar that you're smoking, and you tell me what's wrong with it, and I'll send you 2 different cigars, because I'm gonna get you.
That's a hell of a guarantee.
If I make 50 different cigars, how the hell? And it's all quality Dominican tobacco. It's a puro, and you're getting it for under $15. How can I miss? This error is wrong. Because I've had some people tell me, "Oh, I picked one of yours, and I'll never smoke your stuff again." I said, "Which one did you smoke?" So I've got a professional supposedly that picked up a Hypnotic, and I said, "Well, why did you pick that cigar? It clearly says on the box, sweet tip." He goes, "Are you at level 1? Or are you, because you say you smoke Oliva V, you smoke Placencia, you smoke, so if you're a heavy smoker."
Because those are serious cigars.
Yeah, why would you pick up a lightweight cigar? Pick up a 33. Pick up an Anesthesia Maduro.
Stop pretending.
Man, because you got the wrong thing. And then you're going to go ahead and diss me like that, man? I said, I think we should do like, people who diss me, we should go to the MMA.